Hello everybody, CryptoChaperone here, and today I'm just going to make a short little video to talk to you about how I made $17,000 in 48 hours or 2 days trading cryptocurrencies. And that is a reason why I still love and continue to trade cryptocurrencies. So this all happened back in August. I did this by buying into the 0x project, into the initial ICO, and that was the only way that it was available. There were no pre-sales for this token. And to get onto the into the crowd sale for this, you actually had to register. You had to download the Civic app, and it was kind of like a know your client process. So you had to download this and provide some sort of authenticity that it was you behind the app, and then you would create your account, and then from there you would prove that it was you, and you would get your registered place in line for the 0x project. And after they had everybody sign up, they went through then and got rid of all the fished out addresses and stuff like that, of fake addresses and people that were trying to get in multiple times. And then they opened up the crowd sale in multiple tiers. And on the first day, you were able to put in a certain amount. And then if the hard cap was not reached in the first day, then they would open up the rest of the sale on the second day to a whole crowd sale for everybody. So on the first day, I did invest the maximum amount that you could invest, which was like $1,800. And then on the second day, I was getting ready to invest again, and I was ready at the same exact time and day of the day, and I went to invest, and then I found out when I sent my Ethereum that the contract had been closed. And when I looked it up, I found out that it really started 2 hours earlier the next day. So I was pretty mad about that, because I was actually going to put in 2 to 3 times more than what I put in on the first day. So that would have initially given me a lot more profit in the end. But that's okay, because we still made money. And while I'm investing in these ICOs, I do understand that there are some solid projects and some solid teams behind some of them. And behind other ones, you might be able to just ride the ICO for the hype that it is. And even if you are investing in this for the long run, or if you're investing in this just to get the quick profits, either way, I think you need to take advantage of the peaks of what the maximum profit that you can get is, especially if you're going to hold the coin even. I think you should sometimes take your chances, like how I did with 0x. At least I sold mine when the coin, it was probably around like 52 cents. And I do still have some coins. I only sold $17,000 worth, which was like 34,000 coins. And I ended up buying like 41,000, I think, total. Because I did buy a few more after the whole crowd sale. So yeah, I made the 17,000, and I did not cash this out into any money. I just moved this all into Bitcoin, so I retained that in the Bitcoins. And then I continue to hold my other ZRX, and now I can take my Bitcoins that I did cash it out into, and I can buy into another project. And that's what I like about the cryptocurrency space, is you don't have to be a millionaire investor to start investing in all these startup companies and to make an actual decent profit from it. Or even you don't have to be a stock investor. Even if you're lucky on stocks, you're going to make maybe 5 to 10% a year on an annual return. On cryptocurrencies, you're probably going to make 3 to 4 times on an annual return. So there's no reason why you shouldn't go at least look into cryptocurrencies a little bit. And especially with all the success stories you hear from everybody, and now I have my own, it's pretty cool to talk about and to tell other people about, and to say that you are probably one of the few people that has actually made $17,000. I mean, I don't think I have no friends that I know that have made this much money in 2 days. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely something that I feel like that's why I made this YouTube channel to begin with, is so I could spread the word of cryptocurrencies and spread the idea of how they work, spread the idea of all these ICOs. Even though I don't agree that they're going to last in the long run, I think this is a situation where you can, how I keep talking about, you can invest in these, take the profit, and you can accumulate more Bitcoins in the end. And because I think Bitcoin is ultimately going to be the king of the hill of all these cryptocurrencies when this is all done. So that's just a little bit of my story, and I'm going to continue to keep talking about these ICOs. Just because I make a video about an ICO does not mean that I'm going to buy into an ICO. Normally I make a video about an ICO because it has a simple little thing about it that I really like. So I'll take just ICOs that have these small little things about them that I like, just like Ambrosis, how they were just going to put sensors throughout processing lines and all that of food, just so you'd be able to know what is actually going on, and it would be recorded on the blockchain. And I think that is just a unique aspect in general, and the first people that I've heard of that were doing that. So that is kind of why I did the review on Ambrosis. I did not invest in Ambrosis. I also did a review on Uptoken yesterday, I think it was. I'm not going to invest in Uptoken, but I just like to make the review. So if you don't want to go out and read the white paper and you quickly want to just know how many tokens are in the supply, how much the tokens cost, or what my opinion is on the coin, then at least it's here for you to see. And if I do make any investments in any upcoming coins, I will definitely say I'm going to be investing in this project, but by no means should you ever invest in anything that I am investing in, because it might not take off like the 0x project has. And I've also invested in Ripple when it was very cheap. I made a decent amount off Ripple too, but it was just in its early stages. And then I saw other people talking about how they made a lot off Ripple. And then you see other people talking about how other people were writing up things about how Ripple was going to be big. And just because someone talks about something being big like that doesn't mean that's the only way that you could find out about it. A lot of research on your own is going to take you to these same things. But on the other hand, you have to factor in that just because someone writes up this research, how many people are going to buy into this research, and that is also going to create some of the hype for the project. So if I make a coin and I've got 20,000 people following what I'm saying, and or even if I don't make the coin and I just see this coin coming up and I say this might be a potential investment to watch out for, and 20,000 people are going to be watching for this investment, 20,000 people might buy into the investment. And that means 20,000 people now know about this investment that didn't know about it in the first place. So I think you have to really pay attention to the hype of these projects, and that's really what's going to make you a lot of money in the long run, or more or less in the short run. You really want to just take a lot of profit from these short spikes as soon as the ICOs hit the market a lot of time, and you can buy back into it for a lot more coins. Like I was saying, if you're going to hold on to these coins for the long run, you might as well take advantage of some of these spikes and sell some of your coins at a spike. And when you know a situation's going to arise, like possibly forks and chains and any sort of FUD that people are going to be talking about, then you should sell before that and potentially buy back in when the price drops. That's what I do with a lot of my coins, and I keep some of those set aside, and then I have specific stashes that I have of other people I invest for that I have in solid amounts of coins that I have growing, and then I have other stashes of money that I have set aside for just daily investing. And it's crazy how I started with just a small amount and some funding from other people, and I've grown it into a pretty big thing. My goal is to just make sure that I can return investments for my investors, and that I can at least gain some ground on other investments that I'm making. So if those investments do fall apart, I didn't give my investors a guarantee that any money they did invest, I would return it, even if it didn't take off. Even if it completely collapsed to zero, I'd return everything that they invested because I have so much confidence in cryptocurrencies and everything that I'm doing, at least. So that's why I feel like if you like what I'm doing, you should keep watching and subscribe. I also just got a green screen and a new camera. I have not gotten it up yet. I should have that up probably within the next week. I'm gonna have a lot better lighting too. I got some new lighting, some softbox lighting and all that, so I can have some right lighting. Right now, I'm kind of just working with some lamp action, a couple really bright lamps that blind me if I look at the wrong direction at the wrong time. So I kind of always stare over here. But other than that, I hope you are all enjoying everything that I have to say. I'm going to keep coming out with more ICO reviews, a lot of market talk and about news or anything that I feel like, past stories, things I've talked about, or things that I've come in contact with in the cryptocurrency verse. And I'm also going to be doing some reviews on some wallets. I'm going to do a review on the Ledger Nano S because that is actually my favorite wallet, and I do use that daily. I'm going to be giving away a Ledger Nano S2 in a couple months. After I grow a little bit of a subscriber fan base, I'm going to be giving away a Nano Ledger S to one of my subscribers. I'll be making a video about that in a couple months to talk about how, or at least probably in a month or so to talk about how I'm going to be doing that. But if you want to keep up to date on that and any ICOs that I'm potentially going to be investing in, maybe you'll find out a way to make $17,000 in 48 hours. And if you want to know how, you should subscribe and keep following what I'm doing. All I can suggest now is after this, go watch another great YouTuber making a video about cryptocurrencies and learn as much as you can about the news and the atmosphere of cryptocurrency that is going on around you. Have a great day.